That was a nice walk.
Yeah, I need to stretch my legs. At my age, if I can keep moving, I can get there.
I know there's a rain.
Waiting for my brain to catch up. I'm stupid enough to go down to one to basic high school. 70 and 10.
Finally got it.
Any luck?
Finally got it.
Oh, good.
Jesus. Now I need a program so I can do some play-by-play.
I told him today, I said, I'll go ahead and run the whole thing. They seem to have it under control. Yeah, just for a second. Like this,
Good.
Makes my job a lot easier with wind. Is my dad still here?
He went down to the concession stand after he walked off.
Oh, I'm on the way.
Yeah, he should be back. Back, yeah, I see.
Yeah, everything's going great. Now, they just need to keep this up through halftime. Yeah. Yeah,
This season's games will be broadcast live on sportsticketlive.tv.
some people are in charge of it, but
If you go to sportsticketlive.tv, click on the Custer Wildcats, you can watch games live and you can also watch replays of the games.
yeah, we had now we designate somebody. Were you saying, did you see Ashton almost break the cooler? I actually, so I was gonna dump it in. There's a lot of things, but I didn't want to be the one who spilled it, so I made Ashton do it. And he's like holding on to the lid and pouring, and the lid just pops off and just smells it. And I was like, that is exactly what I had to do now. Are you gonna take that machine then? Because I don't have any room in my car.
Yes. I think we're supposed to talk about going to the acoustics are horrible. Price, right?
I have to take up on that. I don't know, I might go see Grandma.
I'm going to see if they maybe want to go down this way. They probably will. I'll call them.
Hey, how are you?
I might be ready to go back.
It's been a long time since we played high school football in this field.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, anyway, my trips are hang out for a little bit, maybe drink some beer. come get it? Do you want me to take it to? Are you just gonna come get it after the game? That cooler? Because otherwise it might get thrown in the laundry room.
I probably want to just get out of here. Just give it to. Is Landon going to be down there anywhere?
I have no idea. I might be able to stuff it in my car. I just have some. I have my med kit. I have another cooler. I have a box of clothes that I just got.
Who was your student managers?
I don't think we have any. I don't think so. Daniel Williams is basically our guy. Dude, he's good at what he does. I'm not kidding you. He knows more than I do.
Oh, thanks so much.
You're welcome. I'll just see if I can shove it in my. I'll see if I can shove it in my trunk.
All right, if you can't, if it ends up with stuff, I'll get it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like I won't be back here on Monday.
I got 12 other coolers.
Get some sound. I want to hear some of it. Let's see what it sounds like in there.
What? Get around up here. Yeah.
Again, the game is being streamed live as we speak on Sports Ticket Live.
Well, we got about a minute and 20 to go before we start the second half. Wildcats are up 21-0.
Custer Wildcats.
Wildcats scored in the first quarter. Going into the second quarter, we had a 85-yard run by Sedlacek. We also had a interception by Elmore that went in for a touchdown. And Grace went in for a touchdown, first touchdown for the Wildcats in that first quarter. Second game of the season for the Wildcats. Last week they were over in Bennett County. They won that one 40-12. Our next home football game will be September 14th for the varsity. Also happening this weekend, we have the volleyball tournament that's going on at the junior, senior high and at the grade school.
Good. Finally got all their sound working. We got the picture working, and we're broadcasting live on TV.
Wildcats should be receiving the ball. They kicked off the first half. Beautiful night here at Custer Stadium, football field.
Can you hear me, Joe?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
Earlier I could hear myself, but now I can't. So they reset the clock to 3 minutes. Newcastle came out a little bit late, so each team has at least 3 minutes for warm-up. So we got to know about 2 minutes and 14 seconds before we have the kickoff. Once again, Wildcats will be, their next home varsity game will be September 14th. Both teams are ready to go, but we still got about 1:40 to go before the kickoff.
Test 1, 2.
I can hear you, Chuck. Can you hear me?
No.
Testing 1, 2.
Can you hear him? Well, it appears that we have sound going through, but we got an issue with a headphone, but that's okay. We're here, Chuck Arsenal and Joe Urick, second half of the first home ball game here. Glad to welcome everyone to SportsTicketLive.tv. It's our new online streaming broadcast website. We're going to get some new equipment, and we're going to start broadcasting a little more high def and whatnot here. And I struggled the first half to get some video going, but I think we got it now, and we're ready for a second half of football. The Wildcats come out and have scored 21 points in the first half and lead the Doggies 21-0. Joe, what do you think about that?
Well, I think it was a pretty good game starting off that first half. The Wildcats started off a little bit slow that first quarter, but they were able to take the ball, go almost 80 yards all the way down for a touchdown, and we did stop Newcastle when they got the ball, and they went about maybe 60 yards. We held them on fourth down and turned it over. So the Wildcats have been doing pretty good. We've been doing a pretty good job of holding Newcastle to maybe 3 or 4 sets, and then they are punting or turning the ball over to us. So,
well, here we are. We're ready for the kickoff here.
Wildcats are getting the ball. Elmore back to receive, along with, looks like, Grace. Grace carrying the ball. And he breaks loose. Once he gets loose, he can get it going. Takes it all the way up to the
What a return by Micaiah Grace.
43-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a good run.
Yep.
Hey, I got you on sound now.
About a 35-yard run back.
Wildcats in Doggy territory.
Wildcats have been trying to do a little bit of running this here game. We had a few passes, but our running game seems to be where we're going to shine this year.
Yep, we have some good speedsters back there.
Well, and they've been doing a quarterback keeper quite often, and he's been getting a lot of yards. And there could have been a horse collar on that one, but that run by Tyrell Terrell, good carry, and he picked up
For a Wildcat first down.
almost 17 yards. Nope, 13 yards.
Yeah, and we didn't do introductions of lineups or anything, but for those folks at home, we have one senior playing tonight for the Custer Wildcats.
Young team.
And almost all of them played as freshmen last year on the front line and as sophomores. And so we've got a young team. And if they can keep building.
There goes Grace going out wide. Getting it, and he broke a tackle there. There's going to be a hold on the Wildcats.
Grace around the outside for a big gain. There is a flag on the field.
Believe it'll be coming back. Yeah, our lone senior is Jarrett Woodward.
Yep, and he's been an animal in the middle tonight at middle linebacker.
Earlier I was talking with some other people about it, and he's probably got about 75% of our tackles so far on defense.
Right.
So a good run being negated by a penalty on the Wildcats.
I think A.J. Kortemeyer held the guy down. I saw him back there where he threw the flag.
5-yard penalty on the Wildcats, so it's 1st and 15. Breeze is coming up a little bit. Sun's gone down. And maybe picks up a yard or two. Solacek had a really good run earlier. It was an 85-yard run that he took from the 10-yard or 15-yard line all the way in for a touchdown for the Wildcats. That put us up 21-0.
Yep, he had a good long run there. Once he got around the corner, he put his speed on. Yeah, he runs track for us, and he does a pretty good job.
And a couple of plays before that are sets by Newcastle. Elmore.
Comes a pass.
Ooh, rifled that one in there.
2 of them touched the ball.
But Nathan Elmore, he had 2 interceptions, and on his second interception that he had, he went and he ran it all the way in for a touchdown.
Yep.
And like I said earlier, their first touchdown came in the first quarter by Micaiah Grace.
3rd down and about 12 now. Like to thank Sports Ticket Live to getting us going tonight. Without our new equipment, he did a good job on talking me through my fumbling and whatnot, and we got it figured out. So we're live. There's a draw.
Up the middle. He's got yards.
Up the middle.
Oh, and he almost broke it. Got to the 14-yard line.
He's shifty as all get out.
He got about 17 yards on that run.
He's going one direction. Next thing you know, he's going the other.
Yep. That was a 3rd and 12, you said, and we ended up picking around 17 off of. Wildcats again knocking on the goal line, getting ready to score. Grace coming around, put his head down, got to about the 5-yard line.
We got another hold in the middle of the field, though.
Could be on Kortemeyer again.
Oh, no. Illegal block.
Chop below the knees.
Yep.
Kortemeyer, he can kick some field goals, though. He's kicked 3 extra points for us tonight, and one of them he could have easily made from about maybe 30 yards out.
Yeah, his kicking game has really stepped up from what it was last year as a freshman.
Chop block on the Wildcats. And back him up 10 yards. 1st and 20.
1st and 20. I'd say we're right on AJ's range right now for making a field goal.
What is 1st down?
Yep. Got Grace in the background. Hand off to Grace, going up the middle. Maybe gets a yard. Met by a host of Newcastle guys there.
Micaiah Grace up the middle.
Was that the pistol formation there?
I'm not sure.
No gain. 2nd and 20, Custer.
Got about a yard on that one. 2nd and 19 for the Wildcats.
Elmore keeping it. Looking for some blocks. Dancing around, getting a yard here, getting a yard there, and ends up getting, looks like about 7.
Elmore on the keeper.
Maybe 8.
Yeah, about 8 it looks like.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats.
Be 3rd down and about 11 now.
Beautiful night out, though. Most of the smoke is gone that was around most of the day. Oop. I believe we're having a timeout.
Timeout, Custer.
Yep. I think Mr. Bailey saw them not getting themselves ready like they needed to. Yeah, it is a beautiful evening out here for football in Custer. And, Joe, you guys have done a good job on the field. We got a little bit of browning over there. I think, is that from the water?
That's when we had water on the field. With all the rain that we've been getting this year, we had about 8 inches of water sitting on the field in it. We had to start pumping it off, and we've been pumping water for about 4 or 5 weeks now. And we still have some coming underneath the track over by the scoreboard.
Yep, so got a couple brown spots, but, man, you guys do a great job getting it all ready and lined and numbered. And
well, we got a little bit of grass coming back where it's brown, so we had to reseed it, put some fertilizer down, and now we got to get out there and start watering it. Who would have thought that with all the rain that we're getting? Now we got to start watering again.
3rd and a long 10 for Custer.
Well, the Wildcats had their timeout. Now they're going to figure out what they're going to do here on 3rd down and 11.
Oh, a fumble.
Tried to run a reverse. No. It's loose.
And we stopped them from running it back for a touchdown.
Dirty ball.
Gage Tennyson made that stop there. Otherwise, that guy would have been off to the races heading for the end zone. A little bit of a miscue on the handoff there.
Yep. And, number 15 for us, Tyler Terrell, he about got himself a 15-yarder just then. He was yelling at the referee about something, and Coach Bailey just about ran out and grabbed him by the back of the shirt.
Elmer on the tackle. Their quarterback, number 9, Testerman. They have him listed as a running back and defensive back, but so he is in the backfield.
Yep.
Going with the Wildcat.
I think he got a direct snap there.
At back, number 10, that is not sure because they don't have them on the roster here.
No, they don't. Looks like a first down for the Dogies, though.
But it is enough for a first down for Newcastle.
And they've been doing that almost every set. They've been getting a few yards here and there, and then they get a first down on their first drive, and then they go a little bit more, and then the Wildcats get a little bit tougher, and we stop them. And so we got to get tough right off the bat, get some better field position for the Wildcats.
Oh, man, there's a mess in the backfield, and he's getting swarmed.
It's Isaac Prell with the carry.
Prell tackled for a loss by a host of Wildcats.
Boy, he was dancing around all kinds of white and orange shirts in there.
Lost 4 yards there.
Was in on that tackle. 2nd and 14 for Newcastle.
2nd and 14 now for the Dogies.
Yeah, if it would have been a little bit darker, I would have said he was out there dancing with the stars. But he's just dancing on the field. Direct snap again. to the running back.
I think it went to the wrong guy, or at least the other number 10 thought it went to the wrong guy because he's a little upset. He should have got the ball.
That was Testerman with the carry. He got it back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 10. So they got 4 guys in the back, now 3.
With a slot.
Yep. Hands it off, and Wildcats stop it. Loss of a yard.
In the backfield.
Yeah, he was hit solid in the backfield there by number 50 or number 5.
Could have been Slotchuk.
I think it was.
That was Prell that tried to run that, so it's 4th down and 11. I think they might punt it.
Brings up 4th and long for the Doggies.
So on the roster here, we have a number 7, Aaron Fullerton, and a number 7, Peyton Parks. So
either a misprint or
punt is up. High punt. Wildcats looking. Oh, and Wildcat bounce on that one. It went back another 8 yards.
Yeah. Dang like it didn't hit him, though, because it kind of
35-yard line.
Up and back.
Wildcats first down at their 37-yard line. Elmore back in the quarterback spot. Pass over to Grace. Breaks 2 tackles and then a third. Now he's off to the races. He could go all the way on this. No flags down yet. Looking good.
He got out there and went.
Yep, no laundry on the field, so that should be a good touchdown.
Should be. Looks like it is.
Elmore's pass to Makai Grace is good for 63 yards.
63 yards on that pass play.
Wildcats on the field.
He had to
the extra point.
Duke a couple people out of there for on their tackle. He danced a little bit. They missed him. Then he ran a little bit more and had to give another fake to another guy and got around him, and off he was.
Yes,
they weren't going to catch him. Quartermeyer for the point after. Through and
wow, he's kicking them babies good.
Kick is good.
There again, he could have probably made that from another 20, 25 yards further back.
Right.
Left in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats 28.
I'd like to give a shout out to the grandkids. We got Jamison and Paige watching out in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Joe, I don't know if they're watching tonight. I don't know if they got your grandkids on yet or not.
Nah, they're out camping.
They're camping.
Yeah, I was getting some text messages from them. They're out camping, but it's raining.
Oh, but anyways, shout out to Jamison there. I know he's watching. Someday he'll be a football player, I hope. But I think he's going to be a soccer player.
Well, that's football.
That is football. It's good football.
You know, when you go over to England, that's what they say is football, not this, what we're playing. This is American football that we're playing here tonight.
Wildcats are up 28-0 with 4:46 left to go here in the 3rd period. They've been doing a good job, it looks like, getting outside. They seal down and can get outside and run, and we've got 2 or 3 speedsters.
Well, and they have been getting some really good blocks. That's where, you know, our running game has been doing good. If he lets this one go, it could be a good thing he picked it up because it was going to bounce back in.
Yep.
That's number 10 on the carry. Not sure who he is again.
Haslam on the return.
Haslam, they said.
He was tackled by about 5 guys.
Tony placed
Solachik was the first one down there to get a hand on him, and then they swarmed him.
First and 10, Newcastle. From the 23-yard line.
Newcastle coming up to the line. Now they got another guy in the back. They're moving all over.
Yep, they're doing the shifts.
Haslam gets the snap. Runs around, throwing it.
Uh-oh, wide open out there.
That's Fry. Still up, and they finally bring him down about the 45-yard line of the Wildcats.
That was a hard pass for that guy to throw, going back across his body.
Yep.
And then that receiver had come across the field.
Somebody was not in their spot.
Nope, they weren't watching that guy.
First and 10 for Newcastle at the 46-yard line of the Wildcats. They're switching around again. This time it comes to number 9. That is Testerman.
Got about 6 yards on that one.
Tackle by Woodward and Daniel Solachek. Gain of about 5. Second and 5, Newcastle.
So we got about 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Been a pretty exciting game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they did a good job against Bennett County last week, too. Had a few first game screw-ups, but got a pretty good win down there. Ball's on the ground.
That's number 9. That's Testerman that fumbled that ball. Just barely got back to it before one of the Wildcats was there.
35, Matt Ramsey.
Looks like he may have gotten injured. Limping off.
Third and 16.
We're at third and about 16 now for the Doggies. Gonna try that pass again.
Haslam back there, and he might go. They had him, but let go of him. Ends up picking up around 2 yards. Kyle Haslam.
They did have those receivers covered that time. Out on the back.
4th and 14.
Fourth down, so it looks like they will be punting. Placed it, and looks like Elmore back for the Wildcats. High snap. Just touch him. There you go.
The snap was over his head. Wildcats will take over with great field position.
Wildcats will have it at about the 31.5 to 32-yard line of the Newcastle Doggies. 32 yards to the touchdown.
On the Newcastle 32.
Yeah, you always hate it when that ball goes over your punter's head or almost goes over their head.
Well, and then you're putting the punter at risk of getting hurt.
Yep.
But you got to go after it. If you just let it go, Wildcats are going to get back there. They can pick it up and just run it in.
Oh, that should have been.
Yeah, he was moving before the ball.
Wasn't just him. It was a receiver out there, number 7.
Back him up 5 yards.
Who's that? Number 7. Dusty placed dead. Both of them were leaning forward and moving as the snap went off.
Well, yeah, Grace, he moved ahead a little bit. Then he went back, but then he must have went back too far because he rocked again. He thought he was on a rocking chair. First and 15 for the Wildcats. Looks like they're lining up the same way they were earlier. Could be the same play. Grace with the ball.
Nice
Gets
block
back to
outside.
5, gets 10. Now he's up to 15, going for his first down.
Makai Grace with a nice carry to the outside.
Close to a first down. I think he'll be short by about 2 yards.
About a 13-yard carry.
There's a good block out there by Selagic to get him outside. He should have just turned his head up, though, and headed south.
Yeah. And that's what, when he's looking at that and you're getting the good blocks, you got to get your speed up. And then when you see that guy coming at you, you got to put her down. Give him a hit.
Uh-oh.
That handoff
hit in the backfield.
Went to Slacek.
Slacek met immediately by number 60, Sawyer Robertson.
Third down. About 3.5.
Got a minute 24 and counting down here in the third period.
I don't know if we keep running it and running the clock down. Fourth quarter comes up. Newcastle's going to have to play some really good offense to get back in the game. Wildcats moving again. A.J. Quartermeyer on that one. Puts us back another 5 yards.
False start, Custer. Back him up 5 yards.
He was just trying to block that tackle from getting outside.
Yep. Looked like we were going to be doing a sweep to the right. Keeper by Elmer. Maybe gets about 3 to 5 yards.
Keeper.
Yeah, earlier when we were talking about the rain that was coming down, when you look over on the other side and you see the rocks over there, it was kind of like a waterfall coming down there for a while. So not only was the water coming from over by the Homestead Edition, it was also coming from the hill that's just to the north of the field. AJ setting up for a field goal.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Kick is up. It's
he got under it. They got to get there. That went in.
34-yard field goal attempt is no good. Dogies will take over. Five seconds to go.
Well, if he would have made that, it would have been from 44 yards.
Wow. He got under it too hard.
Yep.
He's been hitting all the others square in the middle, and he got right under that one and got a big end over end.
It was a high up in the air.
Yep. So 5 seconds left to go here in the third period. Still 28-0.
First and 10 for the Dogies from their own 20-yard line.
Doing all right. They come with a reverse. Wildcats, they got that one figured out. Loss of 5 yards.
That is the end of the third period with the score. Wildcats 28, Newcastle Dogies 0.
28, Newcastle Dogies 0. As a reminder, this game is being broadcast live on sportsticketlive.tv. That's sportsticketlive.tv. You go there, you click on Custer Wildcats on the left side. You can watch it live, or you can watch replays of the game when you get home.
that's the first thing that we did. And hers is good. Of course.
Second and 14 for the Doggies.
All right, here we go. Starting of the fourth quarter. Second and 14 for the Newcastle Doggies. Going up the middle. Haslam, and he breaks it. Wildcats are going to catch him, but he breaks it for all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Peyton Parks breaks loose for a big game, but he is stopped.
They say that was Peyton Park that did that. .30-yard run.
First and 10 in Wildcat territory.
Newcastle has been putting on some yards, but not getting any points on the scoreboard. Now they're down there, they're threatening. This is about the second time they've been on their other end of the field, threatening to get some points. Testerman with the ball. Wildcats stop him. Maybe gets a yard.
Testerman on the carry. Tackled by number 25, Micaiah Grace.
Grace on the tackle.
Short gain on the play. Second and about 8 for the Doggies.
Volleyball tournament going on this weekend out at the Custer Junior Senior High and at the grade school. That will be also going on tomorrow. Newcastle comes up to the line. Second and 8. Ball goes back. Hand off to number 41, Isaac Prell.
Carries by Prell. Immediately wrapped up by Seth Castellan.
I think he might have lost
Loss of
2 yards on that one.
Bring up third and 11.
They have 2-3 guys most of the time in their backfield, and you never know who they're going to be snapping it to. And that time they snapped it back to number 25, Jinglisky, and he handed it off to Prell. Looks like we got a timeout by the Doggies. Coach Konzelman did not like what he's seen the guys, their Doggies lining up for, so he had to call a timeout, get them regrouped. He wants to put some points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they had a pretty good run there just a minute ago.
Yep.
But we got speedsters. We run them down. That hasn't been possible the last few years.
No.
We've actually grown some speedsters again. A couple of them out there.
Well, and if they can stay healthy and they come back next year, we could have a fairly good team next year. Like you said, we got one senior out there, and that's Woodward. So it's a young team. They'll get some experience this year. And what would be a great boost to them if they get 2 wins underneath their belt now, starting off the season. That one comes back to Robertson. Passes it. Oh, what a catch. Oh, he's going to be hurting. A good tackle by the Wildcats, but he's down on the ground, our Wildcat is.
Oh, he did keep that in possession. He hit him perfect.
Yep.
Right when he caught it.
Kristen Santos with that reception.
Elmore was on the hit.
He probably got a stinger in the shoulder or something because he hit him pretty good. Newcastle coming up to the line. So you got Santos in the back. Snap comes back to number 12. That is Robertson. Passes it into the end zone. Looks like a touchdown.
Right in the middle of 3 Wildcats. Nobody could dive up there and block it or knock it down. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yep.
For a Newcastle touchdown.
Kind of had a little lapse of concentration there.
Well, they're going for 2.
Yeah. They should just spread out one-on-one. And
Robertson in the backfield along with Testerman. Now they're all coming in. Testerman goes up to the line, and they're going to kick a field goal. Looks like number 54 will be attempting it. Covey. It's up, looks good. No good. It went behind right.
Covey's kick is no good. With 9:14 left in the game, Wildcats 28, Dogies 6.
From where I was sitting, I thought it was going over.
yeah, it did kind of look like it went through.
I guess that's why we don't make those calls up here.
Exactly.
To the guys on the field.
And we don't have them zebra shirts.
Yep.
9:14 left to go in the game here. 28-6 now in favor of the Wildcats. The Dogies just scored on 2 pass plays they just ran, and somehow they managed to thread her in there and get 2 pass plays completed.
Wildcats lighted up to receive. We got Grace and Elmore in the back.
Back deep for the Wildcats.
Deep for them.
25 Grace and 11 Elmore.
I think it's number 7 that's going to be kicking, but I could not tell you which number 7 it is.
Fullerton.
They say it's Fullerton. What a kick. Sends the Wildcats way back to the 1 yard line. That's Grace that went back, that caught it. Makes it up to about the 17 yard line.
Yeah, his front line blocking crew didn't go back far enough to block for him, that's for sure. They left him back there in a wide open space.
Yeah, so he had to go back. He within a yard of touching that goal line, and if he would have had his foot past the goal line, it would have been a touchback. $18-yard line of the Wildcats. 9:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Elmore at quarterback. Hands it off to Grace. He's going out wide again, coming around the left side. Puts the shoulder down that time and got the first down.
Hey, Dad. Almost had a block in the back over there, but he stopped at the last second.
And it is enough for a first down. First and 10, Custer on their own 28.
Again, we'd like to thank Sports Ticket Live for providing the new service that the Cube left us without this last year. And Sports Ticket Live, their customer service is great, and we're looking forward to a good relationship with them broadcasting live on the internet, and we hope to be able to get her on Channel 90 live from the football field over the internet. They're doing about 9 games tonight, plus he works down there in winter. And there goes Grace on the outside. He gets across the 50 to the 49, it looks like.
First down.
And he's down there taking stats for the winter team tonight.
And number 12, Robertson.
But
22-yard gain for Grace.
We'll get her worked out, I'll tell you that. Wildcats in a double tight I formation. Solachik up the middle.
And he maybe picks up 5.
Took up the middle.
6.
Gain of 5 or 6 yards.
That run by Grace was for 21 yards.
First met
Yeah.
by Genero.
We're going to give him 5 yards.
2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
He had to work for that 5 yards, though.
Yeah, he did.
Going up the middle. This time the handoff's to Grace. He's going up off the left tackle.
Grace on the carry. A couple yards short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. Timeout.
Timeout, Custer.
Well, with 7 minutes and 6 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, I'm thinking that the Wildcats could have this one in the bag, leading 28-6. Things would have to really fall apart on the Wildcats for them to lose tonight.
Now, you aren't trying to jinx them, are you?
No, I'm not. But
Okay.
could happen. But I was waiting until about 7 minutes to say that, but I had this little bit of a break now, so 7:06 to go. 3rd down and 2. We're on the Newcastle side of the field right now at the 42-yard line. Handing it off to Slotchek. He gets met in the backfield, but he fights for it. He got close to a first down. Maybe going to be short.
Slotchek on the run.
If they mark it right on the 40, he's going to be short by 6 inches.
They're going to measure. Nope. They called 4th down.
Yep.
Looks like it's just short.
6 inches, he said.
4th and inches for the Wildcats.
Just get a push going up the center. Wildcats in the shotgun formation. They hand it out to Grace. He gets the first down and maybe 5 more.
Makai Grace picks up the first down for the Wildcats.
He did get hit in the backfield there and just didn't get stopped.
Yeah, he kept his feet moving.
Yep.
He did a little bit more dancing last year than he's doing this year. Now he's trying to keep them feet moving but keeping himself going forward. Wildcats running the clock. Down to 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Running it again, this time Slotchek. He tried going up the middle, seen it was blocked, and he went around the left side and got about 3 more yards.
Daniel Slotchek.
Kind of almost like a draw there.
Yep. Then he got up to the line. He said, "Oh, this doesn't look good. I got to go left."
2nd and 5, Custer.
Looks like about 2nd and 6.
About 6, yep. But as long as they keep the clock going, and each one of these downs, we're running off almost 40 seconds.
Yep. Makes the time go fast.
We almost had a guy lining up off sides. He went almost to the 30 or 28
yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Outside on the left.
That's Grace. No, that wasn't
That was
Grace.
15.
Down on the reverse.
That Medford. No, I'm on the wrong side. 15 for the Wildcats is trail.
Ball is on the Newcastle 21-yard line. 1st and 10, Custer.
First down. We're at the 21-yard line and 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
All right, Wildcats are lined up the middle. Couple of yards there.
Daniel Sedlacek pushes up the middle, gain of about 4 yards.
That's by Sedlacek.
It'll be 2nd and 6. Custer.
Wildcats lined up. Double tight ends. Drop the ball. And a loss.
Fumble picked up by Elmore.
We're going to be 3rd and about 8, 9 now.
Bring up 3rd
Almost 10.
For Custer.
3rd and 10. Nathan Elmore, quarterback, fumbled the ball, lost it down on the ground, and managed to get it picked up before he got tackled for a loss. Wildcats line up with a slot now. Elmore gives it off to the left, wide open. There goes Grace, and he worked his way right through the middle, and I mean, he was going forward. He found a hole, and he was gone. Another 6 points for the Wildcats. Make it 34-6, and A.J. Quartermeyer is going to try the extra point.
Quartermeyer on to attempt the extra point.
And Quartermeyer lined up for the extra point. And it looks like it's good.
Extra point is good.
It is good, and that makes it 35-6 in favor of the Wildcats with 3:15 left to go here. Taking on the Newcastle Doggies, first home game of the year. Again, sportsticketlive.tv. Go click on it, watch the Custer Wildcats. We're happy you're doing it. Also like to thank my camera girl tonight, Ida. She's a foreign exchange student from Norway, and she jumped right in and volunteered to help us tonight and film for us, and I appreciate that a lot. Part of my class of video production is to come out and help broadcast games, as you know, and boy, we have had 2 days of class and not really done much of anything to get prepared, and here we are. First broadcast of the season.
Quartermile will be kicking off for the Wildcats. Back deep for the Doggies. Number 7, Fullerton. And number 86, Hasmo.
Short kickoff by Quartermeyer right in the middle of the field.
Doggy ball on the 41-yard line.
I think they were trying to do kind of an onside kick and get the ball back so they could run the clock out, but didn't get there fast enough, so the Wildcats are going to be on defense. Doggies with 3:13 left to go here, try and score another touchdown. Doggies line up in a tight formation here. And up through the middle for about 4 yards. And I'm trying to see the number 21.
Carry up the middle for about 5 yards.
Christian Santos. And Coach pulls most of his varsity defense off the field now. And they are going to be running on their JV defense. And there's a run up the field by the Doggies to the 38, 39-yard line. I believe that's Santos again.
Tackled by
2:33 left to go here.
But that is a Newcastle first down.
And up the middle again.
Santos again on the carry.
Santos with that carry.
First down, Newcastle. Tony Plaisted in on the tackle.
First down, Newcastle. Clock still running, 2:06. Oh, and there's a fumble. And the ball's still loose.
Ball is loose. Looks like Newcastle keeps it.
What the heck?
Was the first Wildcat there.
Well, they say the Newcastle kid covered it long enough and he was down on the ground, so he was down. I saw a ball squirting around. 1:33, clock still running. It is 2nd and 20 now for Newcastle. Drops it again. He's looking at what's coming at him rather than where the ball's coming at him.
Tackled in the backfield, 3rd and long for Newcastle.
3rd and 19 now for the Doggies. I'm guessing they're probably going to try some trick play or they're going to pass the ball. Number 12 has missed the ball 3 times now. And the Doggies come up with that one again.
Newcastle ball, number 14, Sterling Sword was the first one there.
We're down to 27 seconds. I'm guessing the Doggies are going to try for their last play here to run the clock out. Wildcats are going to win this one 35-6, it appears. We'll see what happens with the last play of the game here. They got 10 seconds to get it off. 7, 6, 5. And that's going to be it right there. And the Wildcats win the game 35-6. And a little recap tonight. Micaiah Grace scores a couple touchdowns, and Daniel Solachik, a long run, scores a long 85-yard touchdown run. The Wildcats did a good job on defense, held the Doggies to moments of good gains, and then they would turn around and stop them. The Wildcats are now 2-0, and next week, I'm sorry I don't know which team we're playing next week, but we'll get that to you and we'll get it put out there. And I forgot which team it is, excuse me. And but the Wildcats are 2-0 going into the week 3 of the 2018 football season. And we wish them luck next week, and hopefully we'll be broadcasting with you live on sportsticketlive.tv with a new system, and should be a nice setup, and we should have a good broadcast going for you. So with that, thank Ida for helping out with the camera and Joe Urich on the commentary, and this is Chuck Arsenault saying good night for the night from the Custer Football Complex.